sweet hand, sweet plan. What's up? Oh, you see? Okay.
Oh, we gonna come over.
Yeah.
Oh
Let's come back to that. Let's come back to that.
Because we got plenty of time to go on that.
We got plenty of time to talk about that.
8 weeks?
But yeah, I'm excited about that fight, man. But hey, guys, our first guest of the evening, of the afternoon is here. DMV fighter, one of the greatest guys, top prospect, Jalil Hackett is in the building. What's up? What's up?
How you?
What's up?
Oh, get right.
You good. Take your time. You good?
Yeah.
You good? How you been, man? How you been living?
I've been good, man. I've been good.
That's what's up. Good to see you, man.
Definitely.
You got
man.
Derek back there. What's up, Derek? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, glad to have you on the show finally. Welcome to Slip and Counter Podcast. Welcome to the studio. Just how things been?
I've been good, man. Man, staying out the way. If I ain't in the gym, I'm in the house, man.
Yeah.
The last fight was in May on Tank's card. It's crazy y'all getting this, but before I even came in, I just got a fight date. So
okay.
Like, yeah, nah, we be getting another one in before the year.
Okay.
Good for
yeah,
you.
nah, but I've been good, man.
That's what's up. What's the next fight date? Can you announce it yet, or still?
Just know I'll be fighting before the end of the year.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, so I mean, you one of the top prospects in boxing. Your name's ringing all over Fight Hype. You everywhere. How does that feel?
It feels good. Like I always say, getting the fruits of my labor. I gave my whole life to this sport, so it's like for me to be in this predicament is good. I'm thankful for it.
Yeah, for sure. I seen that post you posted about you was running with Floyd Mayweather at the Mayweather gym.
Yeah.
What influence has he had on you in your career?
He's had a big impact. Of course, he signed me, but I've been around Floyd, like been able to talk to him and stuff like that since I was young. I got pictures and stuff in the gym with Floyd when I was a kid, still in the amateurs. I got videos training with Floyd Senior. So it's like I've been around him for a minute, and for me to be able to finally reconnect on like a professional level, and he also talked to me about not being just a fighter, but businessman, stuff like that. It means a lot. I'm definitely appreciative for him.
For sure. Did you ever get a chance to be around Roger?
No, not as much.
Okay.
Not as much. But I ain't heard nothing but great things about Roger, and seeing him on the outside looking in, he was solid. He was straight work.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
What can you say about Floyd Mayweather's work ethic? Because I know it's legendary, but being there to see it firsthand, what can you say about it?
Floyd work hard.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of guys say, oh, yeah, they hard work. Floyd works hard. He worked real hard.
With no fight date.
It can't be explained. This man, he's been retired for a while. I watched him train. He trained like he got a world title fight coming up.
Man, what about his work stands out to you the most?
Honestly, it's constant. A lot of guys work. They got a bell. The bell tells them when it's time to break. He works. The bell tells him, go get you a sip of water, then go right back to work. I didn't see him 4-minute rounds, 5-minute rounds, stuff like that. It's not usual. It's not normal.
For sure. Now, I've seen you fight a couple times, man, and big puncher, big pop, great boxing IQ.
Control.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. A lot of you have a lot of skills in your tool bag. What else do you think you could add to your game? What are you working on to become better?
I'm always growing, always learning. I think a lot of the things I would like to add to my game, most of them are mental. Slight changes that can change a fight. Really, for real.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. You got anything for him?
I mean, just me being able to train beside him, watching him, like great inside control, great ring generalship. Got a nasty hook, very nasty hook, like very sneaky. Control you where he wants to put you, where he wants to get out at, and you be as the skills that you want to see out of a prospect. You're already looking at as, I always say try to become a complete pro. He's doing that stuff now instead of having to be told to do it.
Right.
Those type of things you want to see out of a prospect when you watch him.
Yeah, for sure. Who are some of the guys you watch now? Active fighters, guys that you like to watch?
My favorite right now got to be Earl Spence.
Mhm.
I model my fight game after him.
Right. I can see it too. I can see it.
Earl a beast. And it meant a lot to me. After my last fight, a lot of people was comparing me to him. They was like, "Yeah, he kind of like an orthodox Earl Spence."
Yeah.
Like, that's nice. I was real thankful for that.
Right. What do you like that Spence does the best that you try to emulate?
He got like this constant like pressure to where it's like he don't hit you with like one punch and knock you out. But it's like he hit you with like a lot of punches and over the rounds. It's like, man, like when he swell his eye up.
Yeah.
Like when that eye get closed.
Right.
It's like, yeah, he just beat on you until like you can't take it no more.
Right.
And I feel like that's worse than a knockout. You knock a guy out in the first round, he got caught with a good shot. He can always say, man, he caught with a good shot. But you beat a guy up for 8-9 rounds. You just
take
constantly
his will.
beating him up, dominating him. It's like it's nothing I could do
Right.
to stop him from doing that. He did what he wanted. I didn't get knocked out because he didn't want to knock me out. He just beat me down. So that's what I like about Earl.
Yeah, I definitely feel it's like what they say, death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
It's worse to die like that. Just kill me. You ain't got to slice me 1,000 times. So I feel you on that. Have you had a chance to meet Earl yet or speak to him?
I met him at the fights in Brooklyn.
Okay.
We got to talk. I was surprised he said he knew about me.
Okay.
And I was surprised about that. We chopped it up a little bit in the lobby of the hotel after the weigh-ins. But he a good dude. He told me he'd be looking out for me.
That's what's up. What's it like being signed to the money team, man? That's huge.
It's good, man. You know, it's one of those like dream come true situations. You know, there's a lot of fighters that wish they were signed to somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that ain't signed to nobody. So, and it's even a nicer list of guys that wish like, you know, they can be signed to Floyd, talk to Floyd, stuff like that. So for me to be signed to him, man, it's truly a blessing. For sure. I don't take it for granted either.
Right. Yeah. Who else is in the TMT stable that's up and coming that we need to be on the lookout for?
I don't want to miss nobody. So for real, honestly, anybody watching, they can do their own research.
Yeah.
Anybody who signed in the past 24 months.
Okay.
Honestly, be on the lookout because they signed a nice group of young talent like myself.
Coming up.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for them.
For sure. Yeah, man. Glad to have you in the studio, man. So I like to ask guys this because I feel like DMV boxing is probably one of the hubs in the sport, right? So who are some of your favorite fighters from the area and where do you place yourself in the pack?
Right now we got a lot of that's another situation where it's like, you don't want to, get to splurring off names because you don't want to miss nobody. But we got a lot of talent in our area. And I tell people all the time, like, don't get it confused. Once upon a time, we had 5 world champions in one city.
Yeah.
It's not like people say, oh, it was 5. It's 5 or 6 world champions in California right now. They in California. That's a whole state.
Right.
And then on top of that, half of those guys ain't even from California.
Exactly.
We talk about one city. We had 5 world champions. So
it's had the most belts. At one point had the most belts.
Yeah, it's like, so it's talent. It's talent. It's always been talent in the city. So it's like, it's talent here. As far as where I rank myself, I don't get into the, who run the city thing. I've never been into that.
Right.
I've been always, I'm trying to run the world.
Yeah.
I want them to be like, oh yeah, he the best in the world. You the best in your city. Who cares?
Right.
Yeah, like I'm trying to run the.
I feel that. I respect that. Besides boxing, what are some other things you want to do to have an impact on the sport besides just boxing?
Honestly, I really want to be like that guy that like we retire. Or forget retire from the sport. Like I'm no longer here. They like, man, he was solid. He stood on whatever you say. He stood on it, and that's why they love him. I don't want him to be like, oh, we like him because he was undefeated. Or we like him because he did this. Yeah, I want to be like, yeah, he was solid. Anything he said, he stood on it. For sure. Walk me through. So you in the dressing room, you get ready to walk out, make your ring walk. What are some of the emotions you feel and how you preparing yourself to get in the ring? Honestly, I'm locked in. A lot of guys say, oh yeah, I'm laser focused. I'm thinking about what I'm doing in the ring. I'm really locked in. The most important thing to me is like I don't want to walk to the ring and trip and fall. That's what I be worried about. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to fall. Yeah. I don't want to slip getting in the ring, get my foot tangled up in the ropes. That's the only thing I be worried about. That be on your mind. Yeah, I be like, when I get in the ring, I'll worry about what I got to do in the ring. Yeah. And I know, if you prepare for a fight the right way, you shouldn't be nervous. You should have nerves, of course. It should be the good type of nerves, though.
Yeah.
The excitement. But, like, you shouldn't be worried about, what if I lose?
Yeah, no, for sure.
No, if you prepare how you're supposed to prepare, you go out there and you do your work.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So this guy was telling you, he said, man, I trained with Jalil.
Yeah.
What are some things you learned from this guy right here, this GOAT, Junior?
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Man, hey, I let it be known, man. I give credit where credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
He a bad boy on that jump rope.
Okay, yes, sir.
Bad boy on that jump rope, man.
Yeah.
He do work on that jump rope. Yeah, no, y'all go check his page out. He got some slight stuff on there. He don't really go crazy for the camera.
Yeah, he be chilling.
Yeah, he nice on the jump rope though.
My biggest thing is just being in there, because guys be like, oh, they happy to see me back because I'll be gone or whatever because of the situation. That they try to keep everybody upbeat and happy or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's my only thing when I go to the gym now.
Right.
That's my only thing.
You the presence in the gym, bringing that light and that energy.
I make everybody happy.
Yeah.
Like, enjoy their work or whatever. Because I know how quickly it could be taken away.
Right.
Something that you want to do.
Right.
So that's just my biggest thing.
For sure. How big has your father played a role in your career, man? I met him a couple times. He's a great guy, man.
He played a huge role in my career, not even just in my career, in my life.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things I learned, or a lot of principles I go by based off of what he told me, what I was taught getting raised. So it's like he played a big role in me as a fighter and me as a man too. So yeah, I'm definitely appreciative of him.
Yeah, 100%. That's good. There's a lot of father-son relationships and teams in boxing, but sometimes that relationship can get strained. But y'all are pretty tight.
And I tell people, I'm like, no matter how strained it is, you got to always, good, bad, or indifferent. Y'all always got to protect the shield. Mm-hmm. Y'all could be going through whatever y'all going through behind closed doors, but out in public, y'all solid. Mm-hmm. That's what any relationship, not just father-dad, well, father-son, I mean, but like any relationship you have with anybody, if it's going bad, it go bad behind closed doors.
Yes, sir.
And the public is as good as it could be.
Right. That's important. Hope y'all listening, taking note of that. Who we got in the chat? Let me see what the chat got going on. Sophia Danish said, "What's up, fellas?" Susan Thomas, who knows if they will fight next year? They're talking about the Caleb Plant and
David it's supposed to be early next year.
Yeah. How you feel about that fight?
That's gonna be a good one. And, I had posted about it on my page. I was telling a lot of people, like, this how boxing's supposed to be. Them guys, like, he said, "You want to fight me, right?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I want to fight you." He said, "Yeah." He said, when they make it happen, it's gonna happen. And right now we just gotta wait.
Right.
When the powers that be want it to happen, it's gonna happen. So it's like, I tell people all the time, like, I don't gotta hate you to fight you. This is a business. So it's like, if I feel like the fight makes sense and it's gonna financially make sense and it's gonna make sense again, I'm gonna fight you. Yeah, and we can go out to dinner right after. I don't gotta hate you to fight you.
Yeah.
No, because I do this for a living. I'm gonna show you I'm better than you.
Right.
And we can be cool, but I just know I'm better.
Right. Some of that Floyd wisdom, huh?
Please take a note of what he just said, everybody.
Yes,
Please take a note of what he just said.
And it's like, just think about it. You got guys, and I didn't know this until not too long ago. Look at the NBA. You got Draymond Green and LeBron. I didn't know they was that close.
I ain't know either.
On the outside looking in, it's like, man, they hate each other. Draymond got ejected from the NBA Finals for punching him in the nuts.
Yeah.
So it's like, you wouldn't think they was that close, but it's like, at the end of the day, when you compete and you're a top level competitor, you're just trying to win.
Right.
It don't matter. I can have a brother that box. If we fight the same weight and I got 2 belts and he got 2 belts, it's either you better move up or I'm gonna fight you.
Right.
And it ain't because I don't like you. I ain't gonna leading up to the fight, I hate him. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. He a bum. He a punk. I'm better than you, and I'm gonna prove it when we fight. Simple.
Right.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So
I thought out another one with 2 dudes from here, Maurice Blocker and Simon Brown. Both sides the same promoter, came up together. It's videos of them doing C-pattern work together in the ring, whatever, before they fought the Armory on separate bouts. Then they wound up fighting each other. They beat the hell out of each other. If y'all want to watch a fight on an off night, watch Maurice Blocker, who Felix trained at before his first world title, Maurice Blocker, and Simon Brown. They did what they did to each other twice. And at the end of the fight, went to the hospital, got their stuff together, took their wives to dinner, group date.
Group day.
That's how this sport's supposed to be, though, man. At the end of the day, this is how we feed our family. You know, this ain't life or death. And a lot of times, you got a lot of these athletes, they get to a point where they want to be something that they not. Like, if you wasn't raised like that or you ain't come up like that, don't act like it. And I always say, the streets only impress or they only fun to somebody who ain't never been in them. When you really been out there, you really know what happened out there. You know how deep it get out there.
Scary.
You really focusing on getting away from it. Cause you know it's really life or death out there. So it's like,
right.
If you're an athlete, be an athlete. So
for sure.
Yeah.
I respect that. I got a question for you. I wrote down. I was thinking about it because a lot of people I talk to, they still prefer UFC over boxing. What do you think we could do to bring boxing to the forefront?
What I just said, the best got to fight the best. Best got to fight. In the UFC, a lot of times in boxing, these guys be trying to protect that O. You protect that O. Oh, you lose your career over. This guy's UFC 6-7 losses. They still the man.
Yup, the man.
Yeah, because they going in there and they fighting. They fighting. They want to just fight.
Right.
It's a gladiator sport at the end of the day. And the fans like to see blood. If you ask me, the UFC is, it's more entertaining because it's more competitive.
Right.
Those guys is a good fighter versus a good fighter. It's not like a A-class. In boxing, you got an A-class fighter. You fighting against a straight bomb. Like, you know how this fight's going to go.
Right.
Like, it's rare that we see great fights like, like Caleb Plant, Canelo, or even Caleb Plant against Darrell. That was a great fight. He just got caught with a good shot. It's like, we got to see, great fights is what make the sport entertaining.
For sure. How do you feel about Andy Ruiz and Wilder, the mandatory?
I think that's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. A lot of people, they see Wilder made the comeback. He changed up his body frame a little bit. He looked a little bit slimmer. He looked real good in his last fight. So, that's going to be a good one because, it's like I said, it's two guys that can fight.
Right. You think Andy can survive and navigate around that right hand long enough to make something happen?
Honestly, it sounds crazy. I don't think he'll be surviving in there. Surviving is more of a guy that's, he trying to make it through. Andy, he probably gonna be on the attack. He gonna be looking to catch him with something.
That's what I said. Like, he gonna be trying to get past. He gonna be sliding in. That's gonna be the thing. How does Big Country control him to drop that brick? Because Andy's gonna be sliding, trying to get in and shoot all the flurries, and that's gonna be the big deal.
Right.
At that point, I don't know how that's gonna go. But one shot, one right hand. One right hand.
Right.
I don't get. I say it every episode, man. I don't get these. If I got a dude if I train in a guy and he hit like that, I'm teaching him everything. Like, hook off the jab, pivoting, controlling more, moving his hand back. Because every time he hits you, right? The stories I heard Sweet G tell me about him in the Olympics, about him and coming up out of nowhere, the stuff you hear Bud say on Joe Rogan Experience about Big Country, and I say all the time when I was in the kitchen with Big Gary and Sweet G, and they was like, I said, so besides you, Saddam, Nuke, who y'all think who else from the team is gonna be the guy? And they said, I was like, Luis Yanez or who else? He's like, it's gonna be also, you gotta mention Big Country. I said, what? He said, yeah, man. That dude, once he put on them 10 ounces, pro gloves, it's gonna be a problem. I never forgot that. And I started seeing that man hit dudes, and the way they were falling, convulsions on the canvases. I was like, okay, them big dudes can have that shit.
That's one thing you can't take away from Deontay, man. He got that one. What they saying? He got that one hitter quitter.
Bro, that is it.
He gonna get you. If he gonna get you, he gonna get you.
Yeah, no bull. Now, for example, man, say Deontay does go in there and he's victorious against Andy Ruiz, and he has to fight Tyson Fury again for the 4th time. How does that play out? Do you want to see that
real quick
fight
before
again?
you answer? I said I want to see what you say. I said on the previous episode, because who was it? It was Francois. It was Frankie. Frankie was saying, "Oh, nah, you should go get him back again.
Right,
4th time charm or whatever." And I said, if I'm handling him, I'm telling him. And me growing up in this sport, seeing the worst of the worst, I'm telling him, we don't need this right now. We don't need this right now. Like right now, let's go ahead, focus on Andy, get that. if the money's right and it seems like that's what we got to do, we'll do it. And we're going to be ready for it. But until then, we don't need to worry about that because of the damage. Those wars, man, I think Kevin Kelly, there was so many different fighters. Simon Brown, Maurice Blanco, so many different, those wars, man, you don't get that shit back.
I just think if I'm Deontay and let's say he beats Ruiz, right? Yeah. I would go and I'm going for, he's at the point where you've done the legacy thing. Now you go chase that paper.
Yes, sir.
You go fight Anthony Joshua in one of those arenas across the water. You know, well, no, I take that back. Not an arena, because over there he fights in stadiums.
Right.
That's a different. He fills up stadiums.
Yeah.
So, you go chase that bread.
Yeah.
You know, fighting Tyson Fury. Let's say you fight Tyson Fury and you lose again. Like, now all of a sudden you go from the heavy-hitting heavyweight that was knocking everybody out to like, yeah, he was nice, but he just couldn't beat Tyson Fury. Yeah, he couldn't beat a boxer. So it's if I'm him, I'm really, I think, you know, he beat Andy, go cross the water and fight Anthony Joshua. If he lose to Andy, you doing this because you want to do it now. Right. You're not doing it for the money because you well off, you know. So, you know, yeah.
Well said.
Right.
Well
that's a great answer. I respect that. Let me ask you about this. You know, Bivol had a great performance last weekend.
Man, what?
How do you feel about Canelo with the rematch with Bivol? Do you think he gets a chance to redeem that loss?
I think Bivol a big guy, man. And size means something in the sport of boxing. You know, Tyson Fury and Deontay. Tyson Fury put on that weight, and it's like it made those next few fights way different.
Right.
So it's like size means something, and it's a point where you can be too little for a weight class. Like, and I feel like Canelo, as good as he is, as talented as he is, as hard as he be hitting people, he just too small for Bivol. Like, if they was to fight at a smaller weight, Canelo might get him. You know, you can kind of try and level out the size. Yeah. But like up there, way up there, that big boy weight, I think Bivol just a little bit too big.
Yeah, because I said, that. Remember when we was talking about it, I said, man, watch. I forget what round it's been so long now. He hit him, you know how send him and he feint you, do this, and then he'll shoot that sweep. Come on.
Like, it's like
3 times.
Yeah, he catch him there, and it's like, it don't mean nothing.
That man did this. He see Canelo go, boom. Like,
at some point, these guys, it gets to a point where like, he's too big for you, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, let Canelo, some of those shots he was hitting Bivol with, let him hit any guy at like 60, 68. 60. Let him hit any of those guys with those shots, they going out. But it's like, he's too big.
Yeah, for sure. I respect that. So who would you like to see Canelo fight? You know, we got David Benavidez out there playing again. Charlo.
The Benavidez fight would be a good one. The one I would like, I want to see anybody up there for a fight. Boo Boo, Demetrius Andre. Yeah, because we ain't seen him in a minute, and ain't nobody really trying to fight him. So it's like, I want to see somebody fight him.
What's up with Boo Boo, man? Why he in the shadows right now?
Man, we had this conversation in the gym.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we was saying.
I don't think nobody want to. He what I call a high risk, low reward. High risk, low reward guy. Like, he a big risk because he nice. But it's like, he ain't got that super big name, so you're not going to get a whole lot of money beating him.
Right.
So it's like, if you beat him, it's going to be on something. If you beat him, you beat him, but you didn't really get paid for it. And if you lose to him, you took a loss to him. And then it pushes you back a few steps a little bit.
Right. That makes sense. High risk, low reward. We got a question for you in the chat. It says, what does Spence do now? They also ordered Keith. Will he be franchised?
I think that fight is really like one of those, all right, I'm gonna get him. Now can I get Terrence, please?
Right.
One of those type of joints. Because it's like, don't nobody really want to see no other fight at 47 except for him and Terrence.
Yeah.
And it ain't too long until they both be like, man, I can't do this. I'm gonna move up to 54. Then it's like, we want to see that at 54.
Right.
Yeah. And and I just don't want it to get to a point where it was like Floyd and Pacquiao. We had to wait till the end of both of their careers to see them fight. Because there's a whole lot of what ifs. Not saying like, people say like, oh, if they was younger, Pacquiao would have beat him. In my opinion, if they was younger, I think Floyd would have still got him.
Worse.
Yeah, I think Floyd would have still got him. Right. So it's like, it is what it is. But, people have their own opinions. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So
for sure.
Now, but I hope everybody that's watching this, fighters that's younger than him, fighters just in general, one of my biggest worries with him is that he's gonna have a great career. People gonna appreciate him more when he gone, when his time come. Because listen to everything he said while he's up here. It's like what I told you, how when I was growing up at Old Hillcrest, when I was around Mr. Bo, Sean Bay Mitchell, all those different guys, they said the same stuff. Whereas like, if I do what I'm supposed to do, the money gonna come. I just want to fight the best guys out here while I'm out here, because I done did all of this work, all of this skill set, and who's out here for me? I want them, because if I do what I'm supposed to do, the money gonna keep coming anyway. That's the old mentality that you hear Jalil speaking of. Like, that's one of the reasons why I always tip my hat to Major, because of what he said, what he's been saying on here. And as he moves up the ladder, I think it'll be a big breath of fresh air to have his mentality kind of come back, that old Marvin Hagler mentality, dominate this division, whatever. And I tip my hat to you for that, Major. Like, I really do, man.
For sure, man. I appreciate it.
I mean, it's guys now that I get, and I understood. People, you hear this all the time. Everybody got caught up in the O thing. But you forget, look at Fernando Vargas. Look at his loss. Look at his first 2 losses. But he lost, but did he really lose? He fought his ass off.
Right.
He was beautiful.
I ain't even, if we looking at it, I look at it like this. When you think about Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, all them, they all lost to each other. So it's like, I can be at peace mentally if I say I finished my career, 45, 46, and like 3. And I say my 3 losses came to other Hall of Famers. Because at that point, I figured if in them 46 wins, if I picked up a few world titles and my losses came in world title fights against other world champions who went on to be Hall of Famers, like I would think myself would be, I can live with that. I can live with that. See, a lot of times guys, they want to duck and dodge, different fighters, so they can end up, finishing their career with their O. And then they run into a guy that they think ain't all that, and he sneak up on them and beat them.
Sneak up on him.
Because I say styles make fights. You could lose to a guy who he really ain't all that, but he just got your number as far as his style. As far as his style, he got your number. Now, on paper, it looked like, man, you lost to a bum. You finished your career, 30-something and 1, but that one loss was to a scrub. Like, you not nice.
Right. Look at the Aaron Pride one. Aaron Pride would have probably retired undefeated. His record was 39-1. 38-1, 39-1. Gotta double check. My bad. But the one loss that he had, if you know who he lost to, you know that guy, if you transplant him into the 90s or the 2000s or today, probably a world champion. Right. But back then it was such great talent that he just came up. He was he always stayed in between 10 and 15 as the top guy. He always stayed in between it. He'll get off to the 18 and come back in the top 15. So, but for instance, I'll use this as an example. Look at Tommy Hearns. What Major just said about the whole if I had 3 losses against the other great ones. Tommy Hearns, for instance, still beat majority, like he beat most top guys. Like he was the first guy to become multi-world champion, right. Different weight class, whatever. But each one of them guys that he lost to, like, man, Tommy gave me all I wanted. Ray said, man, I never give him Ray said, man, I gotta wake up every day to see that. When he look in the mirror, because of the eye, I gotta look every day in the mirror to see that. He say, man, Tommy was just unbelievable. Yeah. His time was just like that. That's where you, no matter what, that's that at peace. Right. That I was talking about.
And folks still talking about them fights to this day.
Man, what?
They gave us legendary fights. So that's why I like what you said. That's
it's like I said, the best gotta fight the best. If the best not fighting the best, I feel like me personally, let's say I go my whole career, like I say, win me a few belts, do what I do. Let's say I retire undefeated. The question will always be, if I go that way and I don't necessarily fight the guys that the fans want to see me fight or who they think is the best, it's like, you was undefeated, but they hand picture your stuff. You got spoon fed, where you got. And I tell people, ain't nothing wrong with it, but at some point as a fighter, you want to be like, I wonder if I could beat him.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could beat him. So it's
Well
like,
said.
ain't no hard feelings. I just want to fight him. That's all.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, because when you look at that, really look at that, like, what it was the joint we was talking about when I said, I done seen guys since I was a little kid, like, you like, man, this dude can fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've seen fighters at Old Hillcrest when I was a little kid, like, yo, this dude is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But they move him up too fast or whatever. And so it's like, it's a good thing sometimes with the spoon fed or whatever, just as long as he don't develop bad habits or whatever, and he keeps going. But then that could also be catch-22 because of the ones that develop bad habits and things like that, and they get in there with a guy who can fight. Hell, it don't even be the top fight sometimes. It be the dude who's like, what was I saying? Like let's say 23-7 or whatever,
right?
Or,
some guys
30-6 or whatever.
It be them guys. They sneak up on you.
He on his way out. He's a gatekeeper or whatever. Mm-hmm. But he done seen so much. Next thing you know, it's nothing that and all of a sudden he just winds up upsetting you.
Right.
Those situations, and I done seen plenty of that live too. Like it's dangerous.
On the Beltway Battles round, 2? Who was that fight? The dude, he fought a dude. What's his name, man? Man, we was covering the fight.
So, the one that Sonny fought?
Yeah.
Andre Donovan, he beat him, but the boy came and gave him all he want.
Yes.
Man,
perfect example of that.
Oh my
perfect
God.
Example.
This dude, all right, so maybe this dude named Andre Donovan.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Andre Donovan, man.
I think he was from Ohio. What dude record was like, what was it, 3-1, 2-1, something like that. And Sonny was, I think it was Sonny's pro debut, I think. And thank God Sonny was in dog shape. Cause this man,
I heard they win. They rumbled.
Bruh.
I heard that was May 28th, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I heard they rumbled.
They rumbled, bruh. I mean, and it was like, that's one of them guys where I think I said in the interview, I said, man, if his handlers is smart, you got a guy who don't mind fighting anybody, pull the reins on him. Pull them reins on him. Put him in there. Get him to 10-1. Get him, since he lost 10-2, get him to 10-2. Get him to 12-2. This man you already see he won it. You already see he don't care. He got up off the canvas, went right back at Sonny. Like, that was one of the fights where you look and say, good thing Sonny was in shape.
For sure.
Good thing he was at, because Sonny was right there with him and then caught him in between. He did the smart. He saw everything, caught him in between with the hook. Got the knockout, got the flash knockdown. But those fighters, man, you supposed to like, pull the reins back. Them Gabriel Rosados, like early in his career, like, I got something with this guy. Let me pull the reins back.
Right.
Save him. Rest him. Save him, because you already know where you're going.
Right.
Those type of things, like, man.
Yeah. So I know your career is still young, you're still early in your career, but what are some of your most memorable performances you put on so far?
Honestly, and I'm not just saying this because it was the most recent, but like, my last fight.
I was about to say that too.
Yeah, no, a lot of after the fight, a lot of people was telling me like, man, even though it was your fourth fight, you look real poised in there, like you look calm, like you've been there before. I was like, yeah, I just picking my shots, taking my time, and it was the guy I fought, he was undefeated just like me, prospect, 4-0, 4 knockouts. So it's like, yeah, he could fight a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's like, I ain't gonna go in there and play around with him, but at the same time, I'm not gonna rush it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I watched that fight, and I admire the way I took my time. I ain't rushed nothing. Even when I heard him first round, I was like, I ain't gonna go get him, because his defense tight now. He been hurt, so he gonna be sharp. I'm gonna just catch him with something he ain't looking for. Like the shot that got him, really, I wasn't really forcing it. I just was throwing it. I was trying to set something else up, and he just so happened to get caught.
Right.
So it's like, it is what it is. I just, back to the drawing board, it's always room for improvement. That's how I look at it.
Remember I told you, sometimes them knockouts be the shot. You just throw it properly.
Right.
You ain't even putting everything on it. Those shots be hurting guys.
We were saying that with Sinecia Estrada, with that one knockout. She threw a shot to set up another shot and knocked old girl out.
Hurt.
It's really like, it'd be the ones they don't see coming, really. You're not going to get knocked out with a shot that you braced for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be those ones that you like, oh, that ain't nothing. And because it's like, I touched him with it a few times the first round, but I didn't sit on it. I'm like, all right, he keep letting me touch him with it, but it's like certain shots, he like, I'm a brace for that. I'm like, all right, he one of them guys that study film. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to throw shots that I don't really throw with intentions on knock you out. I'm going to sit on those shots, but I'm going to just touch with the shots that I really want to hit you with. And, I sit on the right shots and you get the right results.
Right, for sure.
So with that, I'm gonna touch on that. Like when you have like a prospect, sometimes they may not get what he just said to like. I've seen some guys get it late, like 7 fights, maybe 11 fights, 12 fights. And he's saying it this early on, you know, really what you like to see with your prospect. Because everything he's saying is like, okay, he already thinking 2-3 moves ahead instead of 1 move ahead. Because as you go, I mean, I was saying, like in this fight game, it's so dangerous. Like as you get better, as you go further up the ladder, it's like you got a tenth of a second to make a mistake. And you hurt, and that he starts to trim down more and more.
And like I always say, and I'm sure every fighter can agree with me. In them 10-ounce and them 8-ounce gloves, everybody hit hard.
Yeah, everybody hit hard. Everybody
hit hard. You ain't got no headgear on. Any punch can hurt you. And it's like, you know, so you get in there, especially when you get to climbing that ladder, the competition gets tougher. You know, your reaction time got to be split second. You know, you can have a guy that missed by just this much. And he like, the guy that was slipping, he like, man, I got out of the way like that on purpose. But it's like, what if he don't get out of the way?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
So it's like, it's a split second sport for sure.
Right, for sure. You know, being signed to the money team, being around Floyd, working with Floyd, one of the greatest defensive masters we've ever seen in the sport. What are some things he's telling you about defense, how to, you know, see things or pick things apart defensively?
Let the defense create offense. They both work hand in hand. A lot of times, a lot of guys, it's either one or the other. You gotta let, you know, one create the other. Let the defense create the offense. Let the offense, you know, it's gonna turn into defense. So it's like, yeah, no, you can't do one without the other.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Like you ever look at a great basketball team? They play great transition offense, and on defense they have great transition defense. You know, you can't have one without the other.
Everything opens up the next thing.
Yeah, one thing feeds the other.
That's smart. That's real smart. We got big brother Derek back here, man. What's it like working with Derek,
man?
Man, that's my big dog, man.
Yeah.
It's just like, I know when I first turned pro, everybody was getting him and my dad confused. They were like, yeah, your dad, that's your dad and your man. I'm like, nah, that's Derek. That's the muscle, man.
Yeah.
That's the muscle.
For sure.
So it's like, yeah, no, I'm definitely, Derek put me in position, man. I'm forever thankful for Derek. I remember when I first met Derek, I was like 15.
Yeah.
He came to the gym, watched me train. We sat, we talked. We didn't really talk about boxing though. We just talk about business. That's just so crazy. He was like, man, like he 15? And I'm like, yeah, I'm 15. I'm still in high school.
Right.
Yeah, we sat, we talked about business. I was telling him like, I get older, I get me some money. I want to buy me some buildings downtown because DC about to be the new spot.
Man, what?
I was telling him, I'm like, and he looking at me like, what? You gonna do what? He said, you had to practice this in the mirror or something. I'm like, nah, man. DC gonna be the spot, and sure enough, you got a lot of guys. I ain't gonna put none of these guys just up there. I ain't gonna put their business out there, but a lot of high name celebrities. I ain't even talk about just athletes, but celebrities in general. They're buying property in DC, and I ain't saying they bought it in Maryland, right outside of DC on the borderline, or in Virginia. No, they buying in DC. So that means something. Yeah, they know something. So it's like, my thought is like, man, let me stack my chips.
Right.
Let me buy something downtown. Let me invest. You see, they gentrifying DC. Let me invest where I'm from. Let me invest on the South.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, turn it into something special. You could buy you a building. You buy that building for $1 million, and they like, oh, that joint like a piece of junk. Look what they did to entertainment and sports arena.
Yeah.
It looked like a piece of junk once upon a time, but they turned that into something special, and they building around it.
For sure.
So it's like, and they probably ain't spend nothing too crazy to buy it, but the amount that they're getting from it, you know, it's in 3-4 years, it's like they didn't triple their money. So it's like, yeah, that's what I think about. I always think about get that money, use that money to make more money. You got to spend money to make money.
Indeed.
If you spending money on dumb stuff and that money, and
you
what
get
you
nothing back from it.
Spending the money on, you ain't even getting no money from it. You just wasting your time.
Right.
Like
right.
I tell people, like you go out, you should go out with a purpose. Even if you out to have fun, you got to party, make connections. Yeah. You know, let them connections make you some money.
Yeah.
If you just out and about, you're not you not.
What are
you
you
not
utilizing?
Yeah,
right.
you just. I tell people, you just waiting to die, bro.
Huh, man.
You just waiting to die.
Indeed.
Real quick, how old are you now? You just turned 19, right?
I turned 19 in May.
Wow.
And this is my thing though.
Right.
I've been around.
Big talk too. That's
me
big
being
talk.
32, turn 33 next month, and being around fighters I done heard fighters older than him at a certain time say, "Oh nah, I'm gonna go spin this. I'm gonna go back, man. I'm training hard. I'm doing this," and I'm like, I understand that, but at the same time, what am I doing this for? I ain't taking these shots
wrong,
for nothing.
Ain't nothing wrong. I tell guys, like, ain't nothing wrong with spending money on stuff you like.
Yeah, of course.
Like, you see a car you like, go get that car, but you ain't gotta go get it brand new.
Exactly.
Take your ass to an auction lot. Go to an auction lot. It's somebody who lost that car because they ain't pay their car note, and that joint is next to new. Go to the auction lot and get it.
Right.
Or you got a piece of jewelry you want. Don't go to a big name jeweler because Lil Baby went to him. Yeah, Lil Baby icy. I'm like, you're not thinking, bruh.
Yeah.
He paid $100,000 for that chain because of the name, the person who made it. Oh, Johnny made my chain. Johnny Dang made my chain, man. 100 on this chain.
Yeah.
How much is the chain worth?
Right.
Yeah, how much is worth though?
I was waiting to see if you was gonna say that.
Pay for next to what it's worth. Don't pay for the name. Even if it's a small jeweler, as long as if you know your diamonds,
valuable.
you know your diamonds in there
and
real.
Your gold is pure.
Care, you don't care who you got it from. Hey, tell them. Y'all want to pull y'all little diamond test? You could test my diamonds. They real. I'm just not an idiot. I'm not gonna go waste money.
Right.
So it's like, like I said, anybody listening, man, use that money.
That's big
Spend
talk,
that money
man.
to make more money. Don't just blow it.
Big talk. And what I like about you is, you hear older guys like, man, I wish when I was younger I would have did this. When I was younger, I would have did this different. But you younger and you doing it. So man, big ups to you.
Yeah, I tell people, you gotta listen to the older people who been where you at. Hey, I had one of the old heads around my way. He told me, he was like, young man, do what you do, and you listen to your pops. But he said also listen out for the guys who did it wrong. And I had a dude tell me, he like, man, shit, I could tell you how to do it right. I'm like, man, look at you, you're not nowhere. He said, see, that's the point. He said, if I just tell you to do the opposite of what I did, it gotta lead you somewhere because I did all the wrong things. Right. I was like, you got a solid point. So, yeah.
But not just that, I just like hearing it because all my life I always, heard guys say, like, besides my dad, so many other guys, like, hey, man, when you in there, you don't get it back, or whatever, this sport, everything, the typical stuff. And it's like, if you stepping in there, the way I hear you speaking is like, man, if I'm doing all this work and I've been doing this since this high and I committed my life to this, if I get this money, I'm going to do something with it because I ain't doing all this shit for nothing.
You want to be at the point, like, I tell guys, if you want to look up to somebody as a fighter, and of course, Earl, my favorite fighter, you want to look up to somebody, like Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia fighting. He fighting because he want to fight. He want to fight. He don't got to fight no more.
Yeah, I know. I heard. I've heard. Paid. Yes, indeed.
You got guys like him. You got guys like Jared Hurd. Jared Hurd paid. Jared's fighting now because Jared want to fight. Yeah, guys that invested their money the right way. Of course, and you see Jared. Jared pop out. Jared got the jewelry on. Jared always dressed nice, but he spent that money the right way. Like I said, he spent that money to make more money. Not like I preach that. You got to spend money to make more money.
Right.
So it's like,
chess moves.
Yeah, it's chess not checkers, man. You get you get that fight bread, right? You get the fight bread. Let's say you make $100,000. And you put half of that money into some commercial real estate. Okay. And let's say you buy your apartment unit, and the apartment unit costs you 50 of that 100. And you're like, man, I just wasted 50,000 on this apartment unit. This look horrible. And you build it up the nice way. You get you somebody to manage it. They're gonna do right by it. You put some good tenants in there. You treat the tenants good. You look up 2-3 years from now, that same joint that you spent 50,000 on, it's in a good spot. So worth it's like triple. Now it's grossing me what $500,000-$600,000 a year, and you don't even notice it. So that same 50 just turned into 600,000.
Like Paul Williams.
And it's passive income.
Right.
So it's like something you making in your sleep.
You caught that? You got that?
Hey,
Paul Williams is another one.
Hey, Paul owned half of South Carolina,
bruh.
Man. Hey,
bruh, quiet as his cat.
Quiet as his cat.
Hey, he paid. People like, man, his career was over as soon as he got in that wheel. No, he paid.
Right.
He paid. The people who he had guiding him, they told him where to put that money. He put that money in the right places. And at the time, he probably was like, man, I could have went and bought this. I could have went and bought that. But now he could go buy whatever he was thinking about buying back then. He could go buy it 3-4 times.
3-4 of them.
And still be good. So it's like, yeah, no, you got, just do right by the money. If you do right by the money gonna do right by you.
Yeah,
every time.
Young fighters, please know.
This time, I thought you was older than me. I thought you was like 21 or something. 22.
Man, I'm 19.
Man, what?
Hey, I tell people though, you got go through some shit to know some shit.
Yes, sir.
Man. A lot of people ain't really been through nothing. So it's like you don't really know. You don't know hard times for real. Like, I every time I feel like I get in the spot, I was like, man, like this the worst of the worst. I always think like I done been through worse than this. I done seen the worst of the worst. I know what it feel like to be at the very, very bottom. So it's like what I got going on is what I call like, you got petty problems. Those ain't real problems for real. You just calling it a problem because it's a problem right now.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, nah, I don't really, I don't play too deep into like, stuff like that, but it's like
the excuses.
Yeah,
I'm here because of my situation.
You give yourself
a way
reason
out.
to quit. Yeah, you trying to find a way out.
Find a way out.
Yeah, nah. So I just, like I say, man, get money, stay out of the way. That's the only way to do it. That's why I'm still here.
For sure. Who are some of your favorite artists? Or who you listening to in the dressing room when you hitting the pads and you warming up?
I warm up. A lot of artists from the city, man. I mess with my city real heavy. But when it come to warming up for my fight, I mix it up. You get versatile. A lot of Meek. A lot of Meek. Whole lot of Meek, man. Meek take you there.
Yeah.
My brother make all my walkout music. Shout out my brother Rob. Rob give me turn too. A lot of Rob music though, it be like that unreleased, like he'll remix a song, so you know how it is with the copyright. He can't throw it on Apple Music.
Right.
It's just like, I'm gonna sing you this. It's gonna get you right.
Right.
And it's like, man, he did the beat better than the nigga that made the song.
Right.
So it's like, I'm locked in now.
Okay.
I get in that mode. I know last fight we was in there. I let Coach Zoe, my strength conditioning coach, I let him get the aux for a little bit. He was playing some old schools. I was like, I'm feeling this though. I'm feeling this. I'm getting right. I'm getting right. Hey, I know one of the songs that came on, I still be listening to it a lot. I knew the song, but it was one of them like, how you listen to something and since you're not familiar with it, you always skip it. You know that Jay-Z got Where I'm From?
Where I'm From. I think I heard that one.
That's right. He would cough up a long where I'm from, Marcy's son.
That joint. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that joint.
We in there, I'm getting my hand on. Oh, yeah, this hard.
Yeah.
Run that back.
Right.
Run that back. It be them older joints where you sit down and listen. It gets you right.
Yeah.
It gets you right. Like, I be listening to 50 Cent, too.
Yeah,
50 Cent take you there, too.
He do.
Yeah. That many men take you there. But then he'll switch it up. He'll hit you with something like, 21 questions.
Yeah.
That'll relax me a little bit, but I'm still ready because I spin back with another, a banger joint. Like, you in the gym with me, you know what I play in the gym. So it's like, so.
Yeah, because I'll have the odds in. He'll like something next, I switch it. He'll throw something on. I'll be like, yo, send that to me. We like, what's that, Joe?
It's like I just be all about vibes in the locker room. I just want to keep my vibe good. I'm relaxed. This your job. You've been here before, man. Relax.
Right. Yep.
This is not a test. This is not life or death. You good.
Right.
You go out there and you perform.
Punches.
You go out there and have fun.
Indeed.
That's what this sport is about. You look at me from the time I walk to that ring, while I'm in that ring, everything, I'm smiling, man.
Yeah,
I'm having
smiling.
fun. I'm enjoying this.
Uh-huh.
I know my last fight, I'm sitting in the corner. Of course, I'm listening to my dad. You know, he telling me, you know, what he see, what I could do. In my mind, I'm like, man, look at all these people.
Right.
They watching me, you know, do what I love to do. I say, man, I can't wait. You know, after the fight, I'm going to go eat with my family. What we going to eat? This all in the middle, you know, of the rest bell. So it's like, and then you hear that seconds out, all right, lock back in.
Right.
You do the same junk in the gym.
Yeah, hey,
We'll be in the gym,
in
right?
between rounds, I be dancing around, having a good time. You gotta have fun.
Right.
We in there, right? I can't spar, so I would just like do little move arounds with younger fighters, help them, whatever. So I get out, he's getting in. And thank God. But so he getting in there sparring. I think he's moving around, working on this, whatever. We talking about this and that in the out the ring. He talking to this person, that person. He listen to his father. Bell ring, go back to work. Say, yeah, how many rounds is it? He said, man, I stopped counting, bro. I look at you.
Gotta enjoy it. You gotta enjoy it though, because if you ain't enjoying it, find something else to do. Something else to do. Every time I feel like it ain't fun, I be like, what can I do to make it fun? And I find that thing, and I feel like when I feel that fun coming back in me, then I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Right.
Whenever it stopped being fun and I can't find a way to make it fun, I'm gonna find something else to do.
Right.
Yeah, but right now it's fun. I enjoy it, so I'm gonna keep enjoying it.
For sure. I like you said that though. Is there anything that's hard about boxing for you? Maybe it's the running, the road work. Anything hard for you?
A lot of fighters can attest to this, but boxing one of the most loneliest sports ever. So it's like somebody can only do but so much with you. You got some guys that are, they'll run with you until it's time to run 6-7 miles. They be like, I'll give you a solid mile. Man. What about the other 6? I'm bored out there, man. It's stressful. Then you get to that final few weeks of the fight. You got people calling, texting, and you really want to tell them like, we can talk all you want after this weigh-in. Not even after the fight. That's what's so crazy.
Yeah.
After this weigh-in, we could talk all day. Right now, I'm focused. I'm locked in, and they don't understand like what a fighter go throughout camp. It's a lot. You got to do all this, and when you're in a position where I'm in, where like you always got cameras in your face, you got to keep a smile on, like but you know deep down it's like, man, get out my face with this camera.
Yeah,
not today.
Yeah, not
today, yo.
Yeah, it's almost like when I first turned pro, I was really on some. I'm thankful that you acknowledge me and you want to get an interview. Can you catch me after the weigh-in? That's what I be on. But it's like, you can't say that because then you become,
a jackass.
Yeah, you're an asshole. You're an asshole. Yeah. But in all actuality, you don't really want to be like that. You just going through a lot. You drained.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
right.
So, yeah.
Right. I could tell that when I interviewed you after your one weigh-in. I said, give me a minute, 30 seconds. It's real because I knew you wanted to go eat. Y'all was about to go eat after the weigh-ins.
Yeah.
I could see it. You was trying to get out of there.
I was like, man, it almost be like, I know we could walk to your car. I know you got like a granola bar or something in there. After I eat this granola bar and give me a few sips of water, we can have we can sit down like this and talk all day.
You're right.
But it's like, man, guys don't know that last, and it really don't be the whole camp. Like, camp be cool. It be them last week, that last week or week and a half. It's like, get away from me.
Right.
Ornery.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Girl want to talk, text.
Yeah.
Hey, babe.
Boo loving it.
Hey, babe. Not right now. And I'm thankful, it's understood for the most part by my inner circle.
Yeah.
Like, my dad understand, like, it's fight week. Leave him alone. Girl understand, like, I'll talk to you when you call me, or I'll text you when you text me. Like, but if I don't text you, leave me alone. Like, really, fight week, my phone be on do not disturb. Especially in fight night, I won't even take my phone in the locker room. I have my other phone.
Right.
Other phone. Don't nobody got that number. And that's the phone we listen to music off. I turn my phone off and put it in my bag.
Right.
I hear from you tomorrow morning, or whenever I turn my phone back on. But like, it's all about being locked in. That's my whole thing. You gotta be locked in, man. You gotta be locked in, aware of your surroundings, all that. Like, even right now, I keep giving you a little turn that way because I got this thing. I don't like having my back to the door.
Yeah, I feel
like,
you.
I'm always locked in. Like, and no matter the situation.
Yeah, you good, man. I appreciate you coming to the show. We all appreciate you coming to Slip Encounter. We got some questions for you. In the chat, Makai Phillips, he said, "Yo, I would say spar me, but you got it, bro."
My man, hey, he know what I mean. I'm gonna tell you, hey, stole my whole flow, man. He stole my whole flow. He know what I'm talking about. He stole my whole flow, man.
Hey, make sure y'all dub that with the Soulja Boy when he was on the Breakfast Club.
Hey.
Talking about Drake.
He stole my whole flow, word for word, bar for bar, man. He stole. I be watching him spar and I watch him fight. I be like, bro, I do that.
Yeah.
I do that, bro. You took that from me.
Right.
He'd be like, yeah, I seen you do that.
Yeah.
And like, I remember one time, this was a minute ago, me and Makai was sparring. And we probably went like 2 minutes where like, I throw something, he catch it. He throw something, I catch it. I threw like a 5-punch combination. He slipped all 5 punches. Then he come back with like a 6-punch drink. I catch him, slipping him. And I'm looking at him at one point, I'm like, damn, we doing all the same stuff.
Like looking in the mirror.
I got to do something that I don't do for me to probably hit you.
Right.
And same go vice versa. He doing stuff that he don't usually do so he can land a punch. So it's like, I definitely, I really mess with Brian. He gonna go fine.
For sure. He nice, man. He real nice. Yeah. Shout out to Makai, man. We got another question. Miss Chapman, she said, side question. What is the yellow and orange jersey you have on? I want one. I think she's talking to you.
Oh, the yellow and red. Oh, John, it's just a hockey jersey.
Okay.
From where did I get this shirt? Nah, it was a gift. It's from Headgear Classic. It was
the hockey jersey.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's a hockey joint. It was just cousin got it for me. It said Golden Boys or whatever, so they just sent it to me. She just gave it to me.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was at Headgear Classics.
Yeah, man. But man, like I said, we appreciate you coming on the show. I know you got a fight date coming up, so I know you probably got some work you need to get to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I was like, man, I'm make sure I make it.
Yeah.
I came straight from the gym here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. What's your plans the rest of the day?
Go home, give me something to eat, chill out, and go back to the gym later.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
indeed.
No,
I'm always working, always grinding. Like I said, I got a fight day now, so it's like
it's time to get back to that
work. Back to buckling down.
Yeah.
Time to lock in, man. So you want to give a final shout out before we let you go?
Before I leave, I want to shout out everybody who support me. You know, even if you don't support me and you watch and you waiting on me to fail, I'm thankful for that too. keep me grinding, keep me on my pivot. I want to shout out my mom, my dad, everybody who's that inner circle who still support me. And they've been there since day one. I want to thank y'all for having me.
Sure.
You know, bro.
Yeah, no, and to everybody watching, stay tuned, man. We got big things coming.
For sure.
I want to say, man, just now that I'll tell them in the gym, but being here, but it's a pleasure to know you. It's a pleasure to train beside you, man. Watch you when you was little, coming up to now to be side by side in the gym with you. Watch how your work ethic is. Some of the stuff that you do that you want to see out of a prospect that he's turning that corner. It's a beautiful thing that I'm glad I'm one of the people who can witness it and enjoy it and can sit there and be an arm's length away from you, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Definitely, man. For sure.
You know it, bro.
Yeah, man. So thanks for coming to the show. This is Jalil, Major Hackett. You guys, make sure you guys follow him. Keep up with him. Got a fight date coming up soon. Promising prospect, one of the top prospects in the world right now. Not in the city, not in the nation, in the world. Jalil Major Hackett. Let's go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
I was born for this. Always knew I was the one, didn't know when my time was gonna come. I was born for this. Gotta be the voice for the youth, won't stop.
And I can keep the bass on, right? And I can stay on even when I'm on the game. Oh, that.